This segment of Dishin' It Up is brought to you by the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources.
Hi, and welcome to Dishin' It Up. I am Kim Gold, and today we're going to be making a hearty, healthy chicken soup. Our ingredients were proudly sponsored by Fresh Market, and I just want to give you a close-up of what we have here. We have our broccoli, we have our celery, tomato, potato, our chicken breast, and of course, our herbs and our seasonings. And to pair it all together, we're gonna put on the side of it a nice crusty baguette. I have some herbs that I already pre-chopped here, but I wanna add some tomatoes. I'm gonna add some celery to this. And what I'm actually going to do is, to start off the soup pot, we're gonna sweat out our herbs by putting it in our soup pot, searing it down with olive oil, salt, black pepper. So I'm just gonna start here by dicing up my tomatoes. And you wanna chop them up small like so, just like this, because we're gonna sweat them down with the onions and the bell peppers and the celery. And this is gonna be the starting process for our hearty, healthy chicken soup. Okay, and we're gonna chop up our celery. So we already have our herbs already chopped up, and what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to put some olive oil, add my onions, put a little bell pepper, green bell pepper. Then I'm gonna add my celery and my tomatoes. So we're just sweating down our herbs here. And what I'm gonna do is now I'm going to add in a few sprigs of our fresh thyme. This is gonna help, give it that aromatic, nice flavor in the background. Just gonna add some thyme here to our pot. Or to make life easy, you could just drop the entire stick in, and by the time the soup is completed, you'll notice that all of the leaves will come off of the stick and you could just remove the stem. Ooh, that smells good. Now our next step is we're going to season the herbs. So I'm going to use salt, black pepper, a little bit of garlic powder, onion powder, just to season up all of the herbs while it's sweating out to prepare for the soup. So we're going to add some salt. Sprinkle some salt there. Some black pepper. We have some onion powder and our garlic powder. And I love this particular garlic powder that Fresh Market sponsored to us because it has like that parsley going on in it as well. So it's like a mixture of garlic and parsley together. It gives it a very good flavor. Then of course, we're going to take our crushed red pepper, and you don't have to put it in. This is only if you want a little spice, but you don't have to if you don't want to. And I'm just going to stir that around, and it smells absolutely delicious. This is the base for our soup. You could smell the garlic, you could smell the thyme, you could smell the onion. So while our herbs are sweating here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna work on our remaining vegetables, and then we're gonna get started on our chicken breast.
Fresh Market has the widest variety of gourmet cheeses and fresh produce every day.
We seem to remember our athletes when they make us proud at the finish line. Throw a Junkanoo parade when they return home, toss them a few dollars, and then forget about them until the next Members of the prestigious Fourth Estate should never sell themselves to any politician. Instead, keep their hands and noses clean in order to publish or broadcast the unadulterated truth. Well, that's how I see it anyway.
Read as I see it, exclusively at ZNNSBahamas.com. New articles premiere on Mondays at 9 a.m.
Welcome back, welcome back. We are in the process of preparing our delicious, hearty, healthy chicken soup. I have some herbs sweating over here on my stove top. I started chopping up some sweet potatoes, and I chopped it up like this because, you know, we want them to cook faster. This is going to be a part of our soup. And we have here our broccoli. We're going to get that started. So I'm going to be removing our broccoli from the stalk here so we can chop them up in small pieces for our soup. And we're going to place that in a bowl, and then I'm going to start dicing up our string beans. They're a little bit long, so what we're going to do is we're going to chop them in half, or you can chop them in thirds. And then I'm going to start dicing up our zucchini. We have already chopped up all of our veggies, so now we're going to be working on our chicken breast. I already started preparing some breast here, and I just want to give you a little demonstration on how I did it. What I did here is I'm just going to trim off this little fat right there. You don't want that in your pot, right? It's a hearty, healthy chicken soup. So I removed the fat, and I just want to show you how I'm just going to cut our chicken breast in strips, right? Just like that. And now we're gonna turn around and cut it into nice bite-sized cubes, just like this. Okay, so I've already chopped up my chicken breast. I washed my hands, you know, we gotta keep it healthy. So I washed my hands, and now I'm just gonna add just some salt and black pepper to our chicken, you know, just to bring out some flavor. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna sear this down to give it a nice golden color. And then after, it's like a pre-cook process. And then after we pre-cook it, then we're going to tie everything together, which is our herbs that we had sweating. So we're just seasoning our breast here with some salt, just salt and black pepper. That is all you need, nothing else. Because we're gonna put the rest of the seasonings in our soup. We just want our chicken breast to have a little flavor. So this is our soup pot here that we had our herbs sweating in. And what I did was I transferred it out into a little bowl here, because now I'm going to use the same pot to sear our chicken breast. Just going to add a little bit of olive oil, just a little. We're just going to dunk that right in there. So what I'm doing here, actually, I'm just giving our chicken breast a nice sear on it. You know, you don't want to have a nice soup and then the chicken breast is just all white. You want it to have like a nice, you know, caramelization going on. And this is only going to take just a minute or two. We just want it to sear. We're going to put it on a high heat. We're going to raise our heat to high heat because we want it to cook really fast, but we want like that nice sear on it as well. I just love how you can see all the black pepper on the chicken breast. So now we're gonna add back in our herbs. This is our onions, bell peppers, tomatoes, and fresh thyme and celery. We're gonna take that and we're gonna add that to the breast. We're gonna give that a quick stir. Ooh, it smells good. Really smells good. That looks good. So our next step is doing that. Now, our next step is we're going to be adding our broth. So we're going to do two combinations. We're going to have our veggie broth and our chicken broth. A nice, generous amount of vegetable broth. Then our chicken broth. So our broth has come to a complete boil. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to add our sweet potatoes because they take a little bit longer to cook than our green vegetables. And we're going to let them cook for just a few minutes. And then after that, we're going to add in the remainder of our vegetables. Just going to put the lid on it because we just want our sweet potatoes to just cook just for a few minutes. And then after that, we're going to add in our green vegetables, which is the broccoli, the zucchini, and the string bean.
A new year brings a new lineup. ZNS is bringing you what you want to watch, so don't blink. What's Trending Lifestyles in the Afternoon starts out the daily programming at 4 p.m. This is followed by Unleashed at 5 p.m., a show that dives headfirst into all topics ranging from headline grabbers to current events. At 6 p.m., Grand Bahama's The Bounce Back graces the airwaves, a review of Grand Bahama's recovery. 6:30 p.m. brings the news from Grand Bahama, and 7 p.m. brings The Big Show, the new Bahamas Tonight, followed by a continuation of news with the Bahamas Tonight Access Now at 7:30 p.m. News with a new twist. Surprise, surprise! At 8 p.m., The Rundown, nightly news analysis for all of the big stories of the day. And wrapping things up at 11 p.m. is the Bahamas Tonight, bringing you fresh news. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS.
This segment of Dishin' It Up is brought to you by Shop Smart.
So we're just adding the last of our ingredients, which is our green vegetables, which only takes a few minutes to cook. We're gonna put our lid on it to finish cook for like another, 5-6 minutes to bring it all together. So our soup is almost ready, and now what we're gonna do, we're gonna prepare our garlic crusted bread to go along with our soup. We're gonna start off with half, put that there. So I just want to give it a diagonal cut here, make it look a little fancy, like we're in a restaurant. Earlier I made a garlic compound butter that consists of unsalted butter, fresh garlic, parsley, a little dash of salt, and garlic powder. We already sliced up our baguettes in nice diagonal pieces. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to spread a nice generous amount of our compound garlic and parsley butter. And then we're going to place it in the oven so it could get nice and crispy and golden brown. Then I'm gonna put a little dash parsley on top. Okay. So we've buttered our bread and we've placed it on a baking sheet pan, and now we're gonna place this in our oven, our preheated oven, until it becomes nice and crispy and golden brown.
We have more than anyone else. We are the most. We are news leaders, and credibility is the order of the day.
Why don't you come to the most? Only the sun can cover you better than our new digital product with exclusive stories and entertaining content.
We are the most. Community TV page and radio community announcements. The most viewers and listeners in the country.
We have the most years of the human history recorded. There's no archive like ours.
I came back home to bring you even more news and local programming. We're simply the most, the new ZNS.
Hey everyone, it's your boy Vontae, and welcome back to another episode of The Drop. Keep going.
2 minutes to airtime. I came back home to make sure you have the most in news and entertainment. We're simply the most.
And I came back home to make sure that you have the most in information, education, entertainment, and inspiration. We're simply the most. The new ZNS, where only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. Our soup is already completed, and I'm just gonna add here 2 of our nice garlic crusty bread to go along with our soup. And there you have it, our healthy, hearty chicken soup. This just looks absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to try it. And what I love about this soup is it has all of the healthy ingredients. It tastes really good. And of course, you know, you have to have a nice little garlic baguette to go along with it. This is the most important and my most favorite part of the whole show, by being able to sample and taste all of my hard labor. Let me start off with the broth. Oh yeah, that's good. Woo! A little kick, a little spice, but that's okay. See, we have our sweet potato, our string beans. Very delicious. And our crusty bread. Oh, that's good. That's really, really, really good. You could taste the garlic. And what I did to really bring out that garlic flavor with the garlic bread is I added garlic powder to it as well. So don't forget, when you do the compote butter, even though you're adding fresh garlic, make sure to add the garlic powder as well. Really, really good. Oh, this soup is really good. It's flavorful. It's healthy. And I think you're really gonna like it. Well, we have reached the end of our segment, but that's okay. I had a great time cooking with you guys. A special thank you once again to Fresh Market for providing all of the ingredients for our meal. And another special thank you to Shop Smart for providing our cookware and our utensils. Until we see each other again, have a wonderful day.